Welcome into Minnesota Vikings Now. I am Tom Downey. Day 2 of the NFL Draft in the books. We will break down and grade what the Vikings have done so far, beginning with USC Trojans cornerback Mekhi Blackmon. A surprise, the final, third-round pick from this year's draft. Mekhi Blackmon out of USC. We will start with the positives on Blackmon, and then we'll discuss the trades and how this happened and everything. Actually, go to the trade first. Good call there, Producer Patrick. The Vikings got extra draft capital, which I will not count on the grades for now. It'll boost their grades, tomorrow for day 3. From 102 to 87, along with a 5th and a 7th from San Francisco, who also took a kicker, which is freaking hilarious. Mekhi Blackmon, the second Trojan drafted by the Minnesota Vikings. I guess they just like gold teams. Maybe that's the path there. Positives for Mekhi Blackmon. 33 pass breakups in 33 starts. That's pretty good. That's a really good ratio there. Had a massive breakout season for USC. Significant jump in just being a good tackler. He had missed a high number of tackles in the past. 2 missed tackles all year long. He's mainly been an outside corner. His size, 5'10", 178, 31-inch arms, makes me suspect he'll be moving inside to nickel for the Vikings in the long term. 247 special team snaps. Overall, pretty damn good athlete. 4'4", 740, if you like to use the relative athletic scores. 7.44 RAS, which is think of it as 74th percentile. So far above average athlete there. Spent a year at JUCO, 4 years at Colorado, 1 year at USC. If you know, yeah, I know, 6 years. COVID years are weird, right? Cousin of former Cardinals wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson, not the good one, the one from Fresno that no one ever remembers. Jack Jones athletic comp from that perspective. You do see my grade, my overall ranking. We'll get to that here in a little bit. Grade the pick, though, of Mekhi Blackmon, A, B, C, D, or F. Hell, if you want to boost it with the Jordan Addison grade, feel free to do so as well. Overall draft grade so far for Minnesota. Sound off at the pinned comments of today's video, A, B, C, D, or F. I like the Addison pick. You had to get a corner. We all knew that. I'm going to give it a C+. I like the Addison pick. I'm going to give it a B. I don't like the Blackmon pick. I'm not going to sugarcoat and boost the grade to the teams I covered to sugarcoat things. That's not fair. He's a great athlete. 4'7", 36-inch vert, despite only being 178. Really good times there. Great 10-yard split, 1.47. I love the Addison pick. I think this is a pretty big reach by Minnesota. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am. I'm never going to cheer against the kid just so I can be right. That's dumb. I'm not going. That's not how things go about business here. But he's grabby. 7 flags this year. 15 in his career. In a press man scheme the Vikings I expect will run. That's a bit of a red flag there. There's no agility testing, by the way, which I don't think the numbers would have been great. Thought it was a bit stiff, so can he hold up at nickel where I think he plays? Is he an undersized outside guy for the Vikings defense? I'm not so sure. Play strength issues, he's under 180. That's how it's pretty much always going to be. And my biggest concern, Mekhi Blackmon is 24 years old. His breakout didn't really come until his final year at USC when he went from 62.2% completion rate to 47.6. Big jump there. He broke out at 24 against 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Should break out by then. If it weren't for the COVID year, I don't know if he would have been drafted. So that concerns me when you spend the premium pick on a 1-year wonder who's on the older side. That just that does worry me a little bit. Vikings have more picks tomorrow. We will keep you guys covered. Make sure you are subscribed. YouTube.com/@VikingsToday. Free videos. We'll break down all the picks tomorrow for you guys when you hit that sub button. YouTube.com/@VikingsToday. Got you covered here on Vikings Now. I did want to spend a bit more time on Addison just to give them some love, right? heavily mocked to Minnesota. I mean, how many mock drafts do we do leading up here, Patrick, of Addison's like every other one, right? I have no real complaints about the Addison pick. I probably would have gone Deonte Banks over him, but Zay Flowers was off the board. This was my next available wide receiver, so if you wanted one, it would have been like Addison or I actually love Tyler Scott, but like Parker Washington, kind of like where you're at. So if you had taken, Clark Phillips, who maybe has some medical stuff, or Corey Trice, who we've talked about, like, Vikings been cooking with gas. I like the Addison pick. Blitnikoff Award winner, right? Pitt, USC, did very different things in both of those stops, had immense success in the end, inside, outside. Curious how it all fits together in the end for Minnesota with 2 tight end packages and a fullback. Is KJ Osborne mad? We'll find out. The Vikings do have more picks coming. They have the trade down will benefit them. By the way, they've got a 4th, 2 5s, a 6th, and a 7th now. So they've got some extra draft capital. My best players on the board, and it's just my opinion, so keep that in mind. Clark Phillips, wonder if there's some medical. Because I thought he would have gone like mid to late 2, not as high as I had him. Probably some medical stuff. Keely Ringo, there is some attitude concerns there. Some entitlement was what I was told, which, coaches don't like that stuff. He's available. DeJuan Jones, Minnesota's not going to take him. Adetomiwa Adebawore, surprised he's there. He's a really good athlete. The round 1 buzz was ridiculous, but for him to be out to the top 100, I am surprised by. I love Tyler Scott. They already got asked on him. That's my guy. Antonio Johnson, probably not. I'd love Darius Rush in the 3rd. He's still kind of raw, but double dip. Take 2 corners. I think it's a great idea for Minnesota. Another big receiver, A.T. Perry. Ivan Pace. Owen Popo. Oh, top linebackers. Thank you there, Patrick. I do love Ivan Pace. He is undersized. He is small. He is a baller. I've got a 3rd, 4th on him, the 93 overall. Owen Popo, Henry To'oTo'o. Noah Sewell might be a better fit if you want to wait till like the 5th or a late 4th to grab him, alongside Brian Asamoah long-term. To'oTo'o, Sewell are not the premier athletes. They're more thumpers. Popo and Pace. Pace is a blitzer. Popo is more of an athletic run and chase guy. Wasn't there some 3rd-round mocks for Owen Popo? He might be there for the 4th in Minnesota. Who do you want to draft next? Sound off in the comment section. What player do you want the Vikings to take with their upcoming Day 3 draft picks? Sound off in the comments section. Remember, folks, we will be live on our NFL or our Chat Sports YouTube channel, breaking down every single pick. Day 3 coverage gets started in, depending on when you're watching, maybe as soon as an hour. It'll be very early Saturday morning. Maybe the Vikings will make a trade. Dalvin Cook. Dolphins got a running back, though. They took Devon Achane. Maybe the Vikings take a running back. Maybe they trade an edge rusher, Darius Smith. The edges went kind of early. It was a top-heavy class. Not that many guys I love left on the board. If you want to know what the Vikings do before ESPN announces it, go subscribe. YouTube.com/chatsportstv. Every single pick for Day 3 will be available. I'll tweet it out in the morning, the actual link once it's scheduled as well. Hit me up on Twitter @WhatGoingDowney. Cannot wait to see what the Vikings do on Day 3.